All right, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into a role that's, well, often unsung, but totally crucial: support. Our source is the Operator Guide series, Ep.3, and it's called The Backbone of Every Squad, which kind of says it all. So our mission today, really understand why this role is just, indispensable. Whether you're the anchor in a duo, the lifeline in a four-stack, or maybe the last one standing in those crazy final zones.
Exactly. And, support operators, they aren't really about hitting the top of the kill board. That's the scoreboard showing eliminations, right? Their whole game is sustain, revival, and just overall squad durability. They win games by keeping teammates up, keeping them armored, and ready for whatever comes next. What's really fascinating, I think, is their strategic impact. It's often kind of hidden.
Okay, so if we strip it down, what really defines a support operator? Like, what's their absolute core function on the team?
At their core, they're the team's anchor. Simple as that. They specialize in keeping health and resources, topped up revival, obviously, and making sure the whole team can take a punch. Durability. They provide that essential stability, which lets other players maybe take a few more risks.
Right. And the guide talks about two main operators here.
Yeah.
The Medic and the Refitter. So the Medic deploys that healing circle, restores HP health points for everyone inside, super useful for a quick recovery, and then the Refitter drops an armor pack. And this thing doesn't just restore armor, it actually upgrades the plates over time. That sounds powerful.
Oh, it really is, yeah. And if you look at the best ways to use them, say you're playing in a duo or trio, a support operator is just vital for stabilizing after those chaotic third-party fights. When another squad just jumps in, they let you heal up, get your armor back while you're moving, repositioning. And crucially, they make riskier plays more viable because you've got that safety net.
Makes sense. And for full squads.
For full squads, yeah, they're often anchoring the backline. Your IGLs, the in-game leaders, the strategists, and your fraggers, the main damage dealers, they push up and the support holds the fort. They're also dropping those healing or armor stations in the final zones, super critical there, and just sustaining against chip damage, snipers, traps, the gas even, all that stuff that just wears you down.
Yeah, I saw the guide mentioned advanced tactics. That section seemed pretty interesting. It went beyond just basic healing. Could you walk us through a couple of those? What makes them so effective?
Right. These tactics are all about synergy, getting the most out of the role, like double down. That's just combining a medic and a refitter. You create this full-on sustain zone, almost a mini fortress. Then there's safe res. Simple idea, big impact. You pop the medic's heal circle before you revive someone. Turns a really vulnerable moment into, a safer one.
Okay. Smart.
Yeah. And post-wipe heal, using the refitter right after you win a fight, gets everyone's armor reset super quickly, so you're ready for the next team immediately. No downtime. And zone sustain, that's deploying healing in the gas or during those tense endgame standoffs. Basically turning the environment, which is usually a threat, into maybe a slight advantage, or at least mitigating it. Each one really shows how support creates these little pockets of safety, and opportunity.
Yeah, I guess the right loadout makes these strategies click. What does the guide suggest pairing with these roles? Briefly, what works best?
Yeah, loadouts are key. For a medic build, think AR, assault rifle, or an SMG submachine gun. Pair it with a smoke grenade. Essential for cover during revives. Maybe quick fix perk too. Helps you stay healthy. A refitter build often benefits from an LMG light machine gun, or maybe an AR, plus a trophy system to protect those armor stations from explosives. And perks like toughness or vulture help you keep firing and supporting. And for just a general team anchor build, maybe a DMR designated marksman rifle and perks like flak jacket or reinforced makes you really hard to take down. Increases that HP and armor resilience.
Sounds incredibly strong when used right. But, like anything powerful, there have to be ways to counter it. How do opponents shut down a good support player?
Yes, the counterplay tips. Super important. The main thing, rush them before they set up. Timing is absolutely everything. Don't let them get established. Use EMPs, electromagnetic pulses, or things like Igniter, Trap Master Gear, that can disrupt or destroy their healing or armor zones. Makes them useless. And always try to deny those armor pickups or revives. Finish down players quickly. Don't give them a chance to reset. Oh, and a big tell. If you see support zones popping up late game, in the final circles, that often means that team is resetting for a big push. It's a signal.
Good tip. So finally, who does this role suit best? What kind of player thrives as support?
Well, the guide points towards more defensive players, those who value survival, maybe over just pure aggression. People who get satisfaction from, keeping the team alive, not just racking up kills themselves. They're perfect as duo anchors, keeping their more aggressive partner in the fight. And yeah, they're often the late game tacticians, the ones who win by just outlasting everyone else in the chaos.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? The guide makes a really strong case here. Support players. They might not always be the stars of the kill cams, those replays of the final kill, but they are very often the reason the squad actually survives to see the next fight. They control the tempo, they hold the team together, and they really are the difference between wiping out and pulling off a clutch comeback.
Which does raise a pretty interesting question, doesn't it? The guide actually says, if you're about strategy, sustained smart timing. Support isn't just a role, it's a superpower. So what does that insight tell us about the power of these enabling roles in, any team effort? Think about sports, work projects, anything collaborative. How does valuing these unsung heroes maybe change your perspective on what success really means, beyond just the obvious headline-grabbing stuff?
Definitely something to think about. Look at your own teams, your own projects, and maybe give a nod to the strategic value of those who keep everything running smoothly from behind the scenes.